Hey everyone, it's Apostle Michelle Peterson. You guys, I have something so important to share with you that I am actually videotaping this while I am driving to work. So, you guys, yesterday I was hanging out with the Lord. Yesterday is my Sabbath. I actually observe Saturday, actually sundown on Friday to sundown on Saturday as the Sabbath. And so I was hanging out with the Lord, asking the Lord questions about favor yesterday, early in the morning, talking to the Lord about favor. And you guys, I am going to share with you what he actually told me, okay? Okay, we're believers, and it talks about we have favor from God, and we can have favor with man. So that's one of the things that the Bible talks about, having favor with God and having favor with man, okay? So when I was talking to the Lord about this is what he told me. Every believer, you have a relationship with the Lord and you're a believer, you have favor, okay? You should be walking in favor. But there's two things that the Lord told me that every believer has to do in order to walk in favor. Anywhere you go, wherever you go on this earth, it doesn't matter. You will be favored of God and people, you guys. So this is the two things that he said that we must have, or if we don't have it, we won't be able to see the favor in our life, okay? The two things is you have to have your heart open to God, okay? That's number one. That is so important. The relationship with God, you have to have your heart open to God. You can't be against God. You can't have unforgiveness in your heart against God about something that you think he did against you. You can't have any of that in your heart against God, because that will make you close your heart to him and you won't see him. You won't love him with your whole heart. So you have to have your heart open to God. That's number one. Now this is number two. This is probably what's stopping all of us believers from seeing the favor of God in our lives. This is what the Lord said. We have to have our heart open to people. To people, you guys. That means we have to have our heart open and showing love to people. We can't have no unforgiveness. We can't have any of that stuff in our heart against a person, even one person, because what it does, it makes us close our heart to that one person. If we close our heart to that one person, that stops the favor of God from flowing to us, you guys. We have to have our heart open to people at all times. That's the only way. Those two things, have our heart open to God and have our heart open to people. Then you will be able to see the favor of God. You guys, do you remember I did a video not too long ago about people were just going crazy around me, and I told you guys that it was because the Lord told me that it was the love. My heart was open to people, and the people were feeling the love, and they were going crazy. They were giving me stuff. I was going to different stores and going to places. Every place I went, people were just giving me stuff and just going crazy when I came around. Guess what that was? That's favor. That is favor. And that's because my heart was open to people, and I was just like wanting the Lord to just flow through my heart with love to people. And because I already had my heart open to God, and then I had my heart open to people, people were just giving me free things, and they were just going crazy. I'm going to link the video so you guys can see that video if you haven't saw it. But those two things is what the Lord told me. If every believer keep their heart open to God and keep their heart open to people, that means showing people love. Like when you go around people, you're just wanting to love on people. You know, you're just wanting to hug people and just be kind to everybody, even the ones that's hurting you. Okay, those two things, if you can do that, you will see the favor of God everywhere you go. People will just start like giving you stuff and just start treating you special because of that. Okay, so I had to share this with you guys. Normally I would probably pull over somewhere and stop, but I have to go to work today, and the Lord just showed me this yesterday. I was going to record a video yesterday for you guys, but I didn't get the chance to do it. But I said I have to do it today. So you guys, two things, and you will be able to see the favor of God constantly in your life. And just remember, I always like to prepare you guys. The enemy does not want anyone to be favored, so he will try to get you to close your heart to people. Just be prepared. If you're prepared, and then you're already ready for the fight when he comes, okay? If you're not prepared and you go out there unprepared, not ready, whenever he comes, he will attack you and he will succeed. So I am, being an apostle, being in deliverance ministry, all these years, you know, I like to prepare the people for war, because you are soldiers. You are a soldier. The enemy, he has a camp, he has a whole army, and they are really good at what they do, attacking us and getting us to sin and walk in sin and fall. So I like to prepare you guys, let you know, yes, the enemy is going to come. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything and try to make it seem like, you know, if you just do these things, life is going to be great forever. No, you have an enemy that's going to attack you every single day to try to make sure you don't walk in these things. He doesn't want anyone to walk in anything that has to do with God, and especially not love towards people or God. So just expect it. Be prepared. Put your armor on. Be ready. So when he comes and try to shut your heart down, you say, no, I'm going to keep my heart open. I'm going to keep my heart open to people, and definitely I'm keeping my heart open to God. All right, you guys, so I love you, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. God bless. Woo.